This may sound counterintuitive, but moments of great unpredictability, like the one that we are in now and have been living in for quite some time, are actually great opportunities for small business owners. You just have to know how to approach it and take advantage. And boy, do I have two people who understand that well. My name is Jason Pfeiffer. I'm the editor-in-chief of Entrepreneur Magazine, and I am so glad to be joined in this conversation with John Kaplan, the president of North America and Europe at Alibaba.com, one of the world's largest B2B e-commerce marketplaces, and Elizabeth Gore, the co-founder of Hello Alice, a machine learning platform that helps small businesses launch and grow. Here's what we're going to be talking about today for 15 very action-packed minutes. Here it goes. First, we're going to talk about why this is such a powerful moment for small businesses. Two, what kind of tools you should be aware of as you are thinking about growing in times of unpredictability. And then three, very excitingly, John and Elizabeth are going to be talking about a grant program that they are partnering on to bring $500,000 in grants to small business owners. You want to know more about that, I am sure of it. So let's get to it. John, I'm going to start with you. We know that this can be a moment, and we're seeing it, in which entrepreneurs can really step up and grow. Talk to me a little bit more about what you are seeing.
Yeah, and first of all, Jason, it's fantastic to be here. And Elizabeth, great to see you. You know, we are in a renaissance of entrepreneurship in America. You know, we have seen year over year a 60% increase in the launch of new firms here in the United States. You know, the rebound coming out of the pandemic is all about people pursuing their passions, creating companies, and becoming what we like to call the new digital entrepreneur. You know, the person who is leveraging incredible technology to source and sell to the world. And that's easier than ever to do. And so it's an exciting time to be an entrepreneur.
Elizabeth, pick up on that. I know that you're working with thousands of small business owners every day. Tell me what you're seeing and maybe what people should be thinking more about in this moment.
Yeah, well, howdy, y'all. It's Jason and John. Just great to be with y'all. And I agree. This is, you know, we're coming out of a really tough time and moving into an exciting time. And, you know, we never should waste an emergency as business owners, right? This is an opportunity for us to go through our digital transformation, grab the bull by its horns, and scale again. And we're predicting that 2022 might just be the best year we've ever seen for entrepreneurship and small business owners. And I think the advice I would give everyone is like the whiteboard behind me. You got to erase your whiteboard right now and really look at what is the new normal for customer acquisition, for digital tools, how folks are going to be shopping. You have to be innovative about new cash flow, new tools. This is an exciting time, but you got to be smart and don't hold on to the old. We're not going back to normal. This is a new normal for small business owners and entrepreneurs.
Elizabeth, you used the word tools a couple times there, which is perfect because that's where I wanted to go. You know, when people ask me about what kind of moment this is, I often say, well, the amazing thing is that entrepreneurs have access to more tools to build their businesses than ever before. The kinds of things that you would have to hire an entire team to do is now available at the click of a button. And John, you know that better than perhaps almost anybody because Alibaba is providing so many of those tools. Can you dig in a little bit about how Alibaba is seeing this new digital entrepreneur and what kinds of things are now available to them that the old digital entrepreneur didn't have available?
Yeah, I think that's a really important point, which is, you know, Alibaba.com is, you know, really the one-stop shop to source and sell to the world, right? So you can find all the supply, either raw materials or finished goods you need to quickly be a digital entrepreneur. And if you make something and you're a manufacturer, it's a great way to sell to the world. And so what we're seeing is there's a $24 trillion B2B e-commerce market. It's actually 6 times larger than the B2C e-commerce market. And so businesses are increasingly recognizing that doing business in a B2B way makes it easier for them to find margin for themselves to then sell to onto customers or end users. And we've looked at some recent research that suggested that the most small new businesses need $5,000 to get started, right? Like the capital required to launch is a lot lower than it used to be. And I think that's probably the biggest difference today than it was before, because many of the tools are free to use. Alibaba.com is free to use. Everybody's welcome to come save time, not travel, worry less, and source from the world right on our platform.
Thanks for the worry less, John. We'll take that every day.
Yes, indeed. This is actually a really important point, Elizabeth, because spend less, worry less, travel less actually is the way an entrepreneur can focus on what it is that she's trying to do. And that's what we've designed all of our tools around. And it really was the genesis of our collaboration between Hello Alice and Alibaba.com was really like, hey, let's get capital in the hands. Let's get the grant program live. So those folks who are, the next generation of digital entrepreneurs have the resources they need to be successful.
Awesome.
So that's a perfect lead into the grant program, which, I said at the very beginning of this just a few minutes ago, $500,000 in grants that Alibaba.com and Hello Alice are partnering to deliver. So let's talk more about that. I'm sure everybody's very interested in how they can apply and what those grants are available for.
Yeah, we're so thrilled to partner with Alibaba. Hello Alice, our mission is to help the new majority of business owners launch and grow. And to John's point, $5,000 now is this entry cost to think about launching your business. So we've teamed up together to provide $10,000 grants to a business owner who is scaling their business. We love looking at combining Alibaba tools plus this grant. And I will say what's exciting is every applicant, whether you get the funding or not, will receive these tools. You'll receive mentorship, access to the funding center on Hello Alice. So we're really excited, and the commitment Alibaba has made, not just with their cash flow, but their time, their tools, their resources, and their human capital is pretty special. So anyone can go to alibaba.helloalice.com and apply. You have until mid-October to get these applications in. So we're really pumped to hear from everyone.
John, you were going to jump in at the beginning there. You want to pick up and share some more details?
Yeah, I think Elizabeth makes a really important point, which is I think the new digital entrepreneur appreciates the sort of open source nature of the content and training that we're providing, right? It isn't exclusive. The idea is everyone should help everybody else build and grow together. Really, the Hello Alice community is a remarkable thing because it's a community of shared learning. And that's what drew us and our organization to want to collaborate with them to really build a platform where SMBs and entrepreneurs can learn, share information, share tips and tools, because being an entrepreneur can be scary and lonely. And we want to demystify that for folks. And at Alibaba.com, we have global supply and we have amazing tools and financing and logistics services. All of that is essential, but what's most important is that people know that it's a trusted and safe environment to do business. And by sharing content and tips with entrepreneurs around the world, we're really able to help them understand the steps of the journey they're taking to go from an idea into being a business, whether that's interactive events, articles, how-to guides, webinars like this. Our mission is to make it easy for all businesses to do business. And we've seen remarkable growth over the last year, really because of this age of entrepreneurship we're all in, and how important it is for folks, even if they have a full-time job someplace, to start investing in themselves and building their side hustle, for lack of a better way, or folks that are fully committed to double down.
I want to talk just a little bit more about those resources and community, but let's not skip what I think is probably the thing that most people are going to be wondering, which is, well, okay, Elizabeth, you just said how to apply, alibaba.helloalice.com. Who is eligible and how are people being filtered for whether or not they can get that grant?
Sure. Well, I'm really proud to say that Alibaba and Hello Alice have a real commitment to diversity and inclusion. So the panel that looks at the application has a diversity lens to it. And while it's open to all small business owners and entrepreneurs, we're definitely prioritizing what we call the new majority: women, people of color, our US veterans, the LGBTQ plus community. So we're ensuring that this is an open and accessible application, which is super important because these are our largest revenue generators in this country. Second, we are really looking, as John said, to those folks who are looking to grow in the B2B space. And so looking at supply chain, looking at supplier diversity contractors, which is a really exciting growing area, So there's where we're giving priority. We're also looking at those who want to leverage Alibaba resources. So it's one thing to get a grant, but it's another thing to be welcomed into a huge company that can partner with you and actually help you grow in real time. Again, also the community aspect is really important. So we have an incredibly diverse community. And once you apply, again, prior to even hearing if your application is accepted or not, you are invited into a community of your choice. So we have the largest Black business owner community on Hello Alice. We have a veterans community. We have military spouses that chat with each other. We have industry specific groups. So you're in a very specific supply chain area, you're probably going to find someone to learn from in your area. So what I like about this program is the second you apply, you are pulled into a community, you are giving resources, and you're supported while you wait till December to hear if your application for funding has been accepted.
And this is really important because there's so many tools, whether it's using the Alibaba.com drop shipping solution that lets you sell goods before without ever taking possession of them, or leveraging our live chat functionality so you can get a showroom tour with a manufacturer halfway around the world. There's so many features and functions in our platform that working in a community of experts who are used to using those tools can help shorten the time that an entrepreneur that she's spending learning and more time doing. And that's the worry less, spend less, sell more kind of mandate that we're operating under.
And I want to make sure that, all the business owners watching right now, you really got to prepare for a tough year around supply chain. We're already seeing it. We're hearing it all the time on the platform that this is becoming a mega issue. So I would say before it's an issue for your business, get ahead of it. Through this application, you'll go into these resources that Alibaba is providing, and you're going to start learning, hopefully, how to get around a crisis before you hit it, which we all know is coming, whether that's on hiring solutions, whether it's supply chain, connecting with manufacturing. So I would say get ahead of this, use this resource before you hit some of the barriers that we see coming down the road.
Yeah, I think this is important. We have 26 million active buyers globally on the Alibaba.com platform and 200,000 sellers and sort of unlimited customization of products. And why that's so important is all that diversity of supply means we can help guide an entrepreneur towards supply that will not have delivery or supply chain issues. I think that's really important for entrepreneurs when they're thinking about how they want to source the supply that they're going to sell. Identifying a manufacturer is one thing. Identifying a manufacturer and having certainty it's going to deliver, that's worth a lot more. And the Alibaba.com platform has provisioned our discovery so that people can find supply that is certain to be delivered on time. And I think that's really important for entrepreneurs out there to know. You don't want to have your capital tied up in the belly of a ship. You want your capital, focused on investing in the growth of your business. And we recognize that and are doing everything we can to make it easier for businesses to sell more, frankly.
We need to get John a shirt that says "Worry Less."
Worry less. Yes.
Yeah.
That is the I'll tell you, Elizabeth, every entrepreneur I talk to says, I don't mind working hard. I don't mind investing money. It's the stress and worry that's distracting. And if we can find, companies like ours feel a real obligation to make it easy and simple and clear for folks so that they can, pursue their passion and build the business of their dreams.
Well, it's possible that you just provided somebody out there with a small business idea, which is an apparel line called Worry Less.
Worry Less, indeed.
Get in touch. We'll
Love
all
it.
wear it. It sounds great.
Love it.
So you both had, in fact, used the phrase get ahead of the problem. Yeah. You also got ahead of what I wanted to ask you to wrap this up, which was to offer one parting piece of advice for entrepreneurs on what they could do the second that this live video ends to up level their business. What can they do right now? What should they be thinking about aside from the supply chain stuff, which is super important? And of course, applying for the grant, which we will mention one more time before we actually close off. But John, I'm going to go to you first. What should somebody be thinking about right now?
Yeah, I think the honest answer is the future of retail and e-commerce is borderless. And that the more you embrace digital and think of your business as a borderless business, the more resilient and frankly stronger your business will be. And our tools, Alibaba.com, help SMBs navigate the complexities of getting digital and going global, which is why we exist. So check out the Alibaba.com grants program with my friend Elizabeth and Hello Alice, and check out the digitization sprint and all the content we have, and come join us. It's, you know, the only way you find out is jump in and come join us at Alibaba.com. We'd love to have you.
Mine, Jason, would be diversify your cash flow. We learned a lot last year how tough cash flow is. And so apply. There's a free funding center on Hello Alice where you can find grants, you can find federal support, low interest, no interest loans. So, and be creative right now to get as many, you know, diverse funding streams as you can. One of those is listening to your customers and customer growth. Obviously, customer behavior is very different right now. So whether you're B2B customers or B2B2C, you really need to see what the new normal is that you're hearing from them so you can pivot appropriately.
Well, fantastic advice, fantastic reasons to be optimistic and proactive, and lots of things that people can do right now, including, of course, going to alibaba.helloalice.com to apply for those grants. Thank you both so much. I'm going to say your names and titles once more. John Kaplan, the president of North America and Europe at Alibaba.com, one of the world's largest B2B e-commerce marketplaces, and Elizabeth Gore, the co-founder of Hello Alice, a machine learning platform that helps small businesses launch and grow. It's been a total pleasure. Thanks so much. And everyone watching, go apply for those grants.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.